I feel like adding my voice to some of the things going on social media about how people perceive Peter, Jude, and Paul. The perception many people have about Peter, they don't understand the difference between emotion and logic. You understand? And it is not a wrong thing to be emotional. Emotional is what shows that you are a human being. Emotion. When your emotion is dead, just go and seek refuge with Satan and stay there. So, for those who are demonizing those who have emotional reaction towards Peter's feeling, it's not a good thing. Yes, it is good to have emotion. Because actually that is what Peter seek for. He came to emotionize the public. But the truth is this, it is now left for you to use your logical thinking to look at this matter. Because emotion is what makes us take decision most time. Now, the only way to know whether the decision you are taking is the right decision is to test it with logic. Logical reasoning validates or disqualifies your decision that you know you're taking a wrong decision. That is why most time before you take action, you think. Because people don't understand that part, the neural pathway that we use to emotionize situations. The brain is divided into right lobe and left lobe. The left lobe is what concludes fast. The left lobe is where we have the amygdala. There's a part of the brain called amygdala. That place is what drives to conclusion fast. That is the part that women engage most. That is the part that makes you to feel that who cries, who come to the media to cry is the one that is the victim. In fact, that is the part, the left side of the brain is what emotionalizes people and make you feel that the ones that cry has the right to be right. Information travels slowly in the right brain. That's one of the things you need to know. Before information get to the neocortex. The neocortex, that is where the powerhouse of the brain is, the cerebral cortex. That neocortex, that is where information is processed deeply. It takes a longer time than the neural pathway in the left side of the brain conclude information fast. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go and get this book by Daniel Goleman, Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. You understand? The only thing is that even if I refer you to the book, even if I put the cover page there, people will still don't read it. People don't read it. Even when people Google something or type something on ChatGPT and ChatGPT give them the answer, they will go and read the conclusion. They will not read the exact thing that ChatGPT said. Type the difference between the right lobe of the brain and the left lobe of the brain. Let ChatGPT tell you. So you must engage your right brain. And the only way to engage the right brain is to allow the information to seep slowly. Because information does not travel fast into the right part of the brain. It's slow. That is why you see, when you're talking to an elder or a wise person, they will wait. Sometimes they pretend as if they are not interested in what they are saying. They are processing it, allowing the information to travel to the neocortex. That is where the logical part of the brain is. That is why when you take a decision, after days, and you still check the decision, and that will still have been the best to take, you are taking the right decision. If you buy a product and you get home, maybe after 1 or 2 days, and you still love the product, that information you later know about the product, if that is the time the information is presented to you, you still have taken the decision to buy that product. You have bought the right product. Logic validates decisions that we have taken. Because we all take decisions under emotion. So don't vilify those who are acting on emotion. Crucify Jude. No, that is the limitation of their humanity. The truth is that Peter wants people to rally around him. I think he has some. You know, when there is a quarrel in the family, it's not what people say most time that is the quarrel. You understand? If you are watching me on this video You are still not getting 100. You are still not going to get 100% of this message, even as I passed. You are not going to get it 100% like the person that is signing face to face with me, because 70% of messages are passed through non-verbal signals, through the body. Forget with the words. The words only represent 30%. There are other communications that Peter is probably receiving from the family that are not communicated, that are not documented, that cannot be written. There are words. There are situations in your life that you don't have vocabulary for. When somebody is feeling pained, you say, what is paining you? He cannot put it in words. It's not every pain you can put in words. So they need to go and talk to them and heal themselves. Not you on social media can heal them. There is nobody on social media that can heal them. They can heal themselves. There are part of their pain that they don't have expression for. That are not, it's not like in my dialect, like for instance in my dialect, if I'm quarreling in my dialect, there are certain things I don't have words for. I doubt if there's a dialect that have more than 200,000 words. Maybe Yoruba can have more. But English language has up to 700,000 words. That's why in English language, anger have level. Irritation, if somebody say I'm irritated, it's angry, but it's a small one. You know, it gets to a level where you become anger. There's still another one before that anger. Then the highest level of anger is rage. It is progressive. But in our own dialect, we have only one word. Like in Yoruba, is Ibinu. Ibinu is one word. Ibinu, it does not show whether it is small or big, or even if you are. The only thing you can say if you are a Yoruba person, you say Mobinu Gon, you stress Ibinu. There are situations you don't have vocabulary for. That's why when somebody say, I don't like this person, you say, why don't you like? Tell me why you don't like the person. He's now struggling to find the reason. He can't find it, but there is something he's seeing or he's perceiving that he does not have vocabulary for. And this is one of my rules in my house. I told my wife that anytime it occurs to you to fire the house help, fire her. Because if I tell you, come and tell me what the house help is doing that you don't like, you may struggle. But you have seen something you are not comfortable with, but you don't have a particular word for it. I say, anytime it occurs to you to fire this house help, fire her. Because it is not all situation you have vocabulary for. And here come and tell us what Paul and Jude is doing to you. He can't find vocabulary for it. Yes, but he's feeling some emotion. He's feeling some negative energy from his brothers that he doesn't have vocabulary for. So we can't demonize him for that feeling. We cannot also demonize those who think otherwise. What we need to do is to encourage them to go and heal themselves. They are the only one that can heal themselves. There are part of their challenges that they cannot express. When they want to find a way to express it, the meaning will change. Especially that you are expressing it in English language. Is it your language that you want to come and use to tell me what you're wearing? Most time when they come to express, the meaning change. So what I'm trying to say is that what is angry about, he cannot even prove it in court. But does that remove the anger? Does that remove the cause of the anger? No. That is why my father used to tell me that court does not settle matter, court judge matter. You want settlement, it's your family, it's a round table. The only place for settlement is a round table family talk. Court does not settle matter, court only judge matter. So you want to go to court to go and settle matter, nothing settled in court. That is why for real settlement, the family must sit face to face in the room and tell each other the truth. They are the only one. Let's not demonize all the parties. They are both hurt differently. They are hurt differently in different magnitude.